So last time, you guys were not trapped, but you guys were on the ship taking the young children JP and Dee Dee as well as Grandma Orlin to the Snow Moon. I believe that's where you guys decided on the final location, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
so now you guys, what you are actually very close now. After your fight with the big blood monster, you've all been taken down to minor injuries, except for Kane. Kane has still had a major injury. So make sure to mark that. And yeah, so you guys are fairly close to the moons by now. It's been about a week. You've all gotten to know each other over the time. Would you guys like to do any interactions for character building before we get into the meat of the game?
I wanted
I
Nah,
to
bro.
get
All I know is I
something.
need blood.
I
I
wanted
also,
to get something from the admin room.
I also thought all our shit was cleared once we went to the med bay last time.
What was that?
I cleared it.
I thought last time when we beat the monster and went to the med bay, we were cleared of the injury.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. If that's what happened, go ahead.
I believe that is what you say.
Yeah,
But if
let's.
you want us to take
That's
injuries,
what you said.
We'll say for now, Kane still has a major injury because he got pretty beat up last time. But other than
Why
that,
not? Why not just make it a minor?
because a
no,
minor,
Major's fine.
because a minor is like a bump or a bruise. A major is like a gash. I imagine his big cuts on the sides are still healing up. So yeah. So you guys you said you wanted to Ataxia, you wanted to do something before we.
I wanted to get something from the admin room, but I want to do it while no one's there.
Okay.
You know what? I'll just go in anyway.
No.
Yeah,
Well, so are you waiting until you assume everybody's asleep?
Yeah.
Okay. Um.
Kane has been sleeping a lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to. I can't grab my character. I found it.
Okay.
I'm going.
So are you gonna try to be sneaky about this?
Yes.
Roll metal to get out of the barracks without anybody noticing.
12.
Perfect. Yeah, everybody's pretty sound asleep. It's a little jarring because you assume that everybody would be on edge regarding the last time, but apparently not. So yeah, go ahead and make your way over. Um.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my file from here.
Okay. Go ahead and roll metal.
Metal again? 9. Oh,
What you doing, Ataxia?
nothing.
Nothing.
Why are you here?
I'm doing some research
About what?
about the people on the ship before us.
Okay.
None of us trying to get information about some of my people that I've been hanging around with a lot lately. That includes you and Kane.
Wait, you have my file?
Yes.
Can I have it?
Sure, it's your property.
I'm gonna grab it.
He gives it to you.
I'm gonna fold it.
Is any particular reason?
Just so no one gets to see it again.
Why?
Because it's personal and shut up. Alright, I'm going to the atrium.
Hey, before you go, I never got a chance to thank you for checking up on me after that thing attacked us.
I don't know what my brain was thinking. But I
Yeah.
thought, he has the flaming sword, and that Nova was there, and it would be cute for her to save Kane. Because,
I thought you and Kane were dating.
no.
Oh.
Kane, he doesn't even like me. No one likes me, actually.
Oh. Fair enough.
Oh, not even denial.
Why would I deny something so true?
I'm just gonna go.
I am serious, so thank you.
Thank you.
Though it was kind of stupid, you should have gone back and helped, but
Well, I did shoot a rocket in there, so shh.
that's fair enough. I didn't think about it like that.
Alright, bye.
Such a
I'm
weird
going.
individual.
Shut the fuck up. I'm going to sit in the atrium for the rest of the night.
Okay. Is anybody else gonna do anything in the week before you guys get to the snow moon?
Nah.
No
Wow.
interactions with anybody?
No interactions.
Kane
Weren't
is
you gonna talk to Nova?
I was about to mention that Kane is avoiding that conversation like the plague because he feels like there's no way he can win that.
Jin?
Nah.
Okay. So yeah, you guys. So I'll say that you all are in your specific areas, wherever you spend the most of your time in. I assume Kane, you're not in the admin bay where Nova normally is. Ataxia is wherever. Jin, I assume you're in the chapel.
Uh-huh.
So you get an announcement comes on the pretty large horns that are in the corner of every place for the captain, and the captain says, "All right, we'll be exiting hyperspace." I forgot what it was called. Well, we'll be exiting hyperspace here in a second. So if you could all brace yourselves and get ready for the impact of re-entering normal space. And you guys feel the ship rumble and shake with the stress that an exiting warp tends to bring to spaceships. And you guys can all see out of either the barracks windows or the pilot's bay windows this large planet. Kane, what does the snow moon look like?
It looks like a cold blue moon. But like the snow moons have a very large city. They are the most advanced of any of them.
Okay.
But like it's kind of what you think. Like the buildings look like crystalline or like ice, and the ground is white, and it's not necessarily cold. It just kind of has that look to everything.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, so
Uh,
lots of blues, lots of whites,
okay.
lots of sparkle.
So you guys touch down and you see that it is currently a light snow is currently on the ground, covering what is like like instead of grass, what is the color of
What is the color of like
the ground?
the
What is the ground?
plants?
Yeah, what is the ground like?
It's
Snow.
like okay, I'm gonna finish now. It's like I haven't thought of this, so let me think of this real quick. It's probably like a dark like blue or black mixture.
Okay. Uh,
So think like moon surface, but with like snow and stuff.
is it like mostly living?
Yes, there is living stuff.
Okay, so it's like blue grass.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then like black dirt or ground.
Okay. So you guys step on the black and blue ground outside of the city. It's not super far away from the city. It's within a stone's throw. But you guys are sort of on the outskirts, maybe more of like a suburb area. Um, you guys touch down in a small local hangar while the ship is cleaned up by a couple of snow elves with their sapphire-like eyes and their glistening snow-like hair. They're very beautiful, but these ones appear to be more, like on the lesser scale of beautiful. They're still much more beautiful than the average human, but again, they are definitely not as traditionally beautiful as the rest of the snow elves. And the
You just contradicted yourself so many times.
No, there are like in humans there are levels of beauty, people who are more beautiful and people who are less beautiful. The ones we're seeing right now are less beautiful than the most beautiful, but they're still more beautiful than people.
Understood.
Was that hard to understand?
No, you just said beautiful a lot.
Okay. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So yeah, you guys step out, and this place it's not like again, it's not super duper cold. It's maybe like it's a bit above freezing, but there is still like a light blanket of snow on this blue grass. And Nova steps out of the ship and shakes a big breath. She goes, "Whew, it is good to be home."
How long has it been?
Quite a while, a couple months at least. You know, I live on Mactow 4.
Is it very
Yeah.
cold?
No. I feel like an omnipotent god just told you that it wasn't that cold.
Oh shit.
Breaking the fourth wall again.
That's what I'm best at.
Well, I'm not wearing a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably, since you're not wearing a lot, it's probably chilly.
Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. And she like pushes you back into the ship, Kane.
Okay?
You're going to need to cover your skin.
How am I doing that?
No idea. But you are a blood elf.
That is true. Oh.
So how are you gonna go about disguising yourself?
This
I
seems like unfortunate. I know I've described in the past that I have enough to cover up my body, so really the face is what I need to focus on.
Yeah.
Is there IUP headwear, like light headwear, anywhere?
Yeah. We'll say there's maybe like, I'm trying to think of what this would look like. Almost like a body glove, balaclava-esque thing, but it still has cybernetic enhancement, so it's like it's like basically like a ninja mask, but the eyes are covered by a lens that's like,
Okay.
we'll say blue.
All right, and this would not be weird because the IUP is around all of the.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so that's probably why they didn't question that an IUP ship touched down in the local
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be a harbor. It's a ship thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like Kane described, all of the buildings are very crystalline, nothing super. This doesn't look like anything you'd see on any like mostly Terran planets. But you do see large trees with like white leaves and deep, darker, not deep, but like a lighter blues and white trees. There's a lot of foliage around, but there is enough clearing that while it's still very natural, it's also clearly advanced. Much more advanced than you'd say Matau 4, which is the place you were just at, which was more like your traditional Terran super city.
Yeah. Oh, I miss this place. It's so much better than home.
is there any igloos around?
No.
Oh,
It's not that cold.
like it's a snow place.
It's
Not
It's
that
more
cold.
than
It's like a tundra at best.
yeah.
I was trying to make a joke, and you guys ruined it.
Not very
It
good
wasn't
with
funny.
jokes.
Yeah,
It's an elven thing.
yeah.
Aren't you going to put something on? You look a little chilly.
I don't have anything. Plus, the cold isn't really the big deal. It's been pretty cold on New Korea, I think.
Yeah, New Korea can get cold, for sure.
So, I've dealt with this before.
Alright then. Well, I suppose it's time to go see my parents.
Oh,
And yeah, as you guys are stepping out of the hangar, you do see there's plenty of floating cars that are driving around, and you do see a couple that take off into the sky, but you don't see very many. There's not as much traffic as there would be in New Korea or Matau 4. But yeah, so she hails what you would assume is sort of a taxi-like car. Again, very advanced and a sleek design with blue highlights going in and out, and you guys step in and the seats are warmed. Yeah, so everybody is in a car now. I guess that's the best way you can describe it. And after about, you'd say 45 minutes of driving just straight into more wooded area, you guys get to, again, there's many more trees than you saw in the suburban area. Almost, it's like a rural farm town, you'd almost assume. And in fact, you do see large fields of not like traditional wheat or anything, but large blue and white flowers that appear to be edible. As you can assume that most of their diet is strictly vegetarian. And you guys drive to now while the last couple of houses you guys saw were more advanced and high tech. This one seems more rustic. As you can see, there's a lot more of this white wooden design all around. And you can see the other houses nearby that are, a little further spread apart than the other ones that also have these very wooden designs. And you guys pull up into a gravelly driveway, and the cab driver lets you out, and Nova pays, of course. And yeah, so you guys step out onto the blue and black ground. You walk to the front door, and Nova does a little. And standing before you is. So for Terrans, normally as you get older, you begin to look older. But the best way you can describe it is for these specific kind of elves, as they get older, they age like fine wine. These people, these older elves almost look like good plastic surgery was done on them all their lives to keep them beautiful
consistently.
But for this is natural, very natural, as they're still, even in their older ages, they are very beautiful. And they begin speaking to Nova begins speaking to her parents in their native tongue, which Kane, would you understand Snow Elven?
Probably a little bit, not fluent.
It's very, they're catching up right now, and you can hear a lot of, "Oh, I've missed you," such and such. And
Yeah.
she goes, "Well, I totally forgot that they don't speak Terran."
What?
Well, you can translate for us.
I'll try my best. I guess I'll be talking a lot.
That's what you're good at.
Yeah, you would think. And the older elves gesture for you guys to come in, and while the colors are very cold and cool, it's still a very homey place, and you can hear a pot of tea bubbling away in the kitchen, and you could smell the illustrious aromas of the various flora that dots the planet, and it's definitely a different kind of good smell, but it's definitely still the kind that invokes, "Hey, this is safe, this is home."
Is there any photo albums?
Yeah, there's plenty of photo albums. You see younger versions of the two grandparents, or not grandparents, the two parents, and you can see a younger Nova when she was more like an actual adolescent-looking elf.
Oh my god.
And still very like baby model pictures is essentially what you're looking at. There's very beautiful with their glistening white hair and their, I believe you described it as light blue skin.
Yep.
And their sapphire eyes.
Oh my god. I'm gonna go through the baby album.
Yeah, and the grandparents,
You mean parents?
the parents. Well, I'm just thinking because they're older. The parents begin speaking with Grandma Orlin to the best of their abilities. Very broken Terran. But they do try their best, and they're basically trying to welcome her into their home. And eventually, the children are settled into rooms upstairs, and you guys just, you guys don't say much. It's pretty awkward because you don't speak their language, but they're very nice, and in fact, the mother offers you guys a cup of tea. Does anybody partake?
Kane will take tea.
Yeah, it's a deep blue tea. It's very warm. You would describe it as minty, but on the sweeter side of minty.
Okay.
Yeah, and the parents sit down and gesture for everybody to sit down on these very comfortable white couches. And Nova and her parents begin speaking their native tongue again, and Kane, you hear something about grandchildren for a second, like, where are those at? And Nova just kind of shakes her head and says, "No, shut up," and stuff like that. And Nova turns to you guys and says, "Well, so it looks like that's all we needed from you guys, but just before you guys go, my parents wanted to ask you guys if you wanted to join us for a very special holiday.
Yes.
Would I remember this holiday?
Yeah, you're thinking for a moment, but it totally clicks whenever Nova says, "Well, you guys are cordially invited to the lunar alignment party. It's later today."
Oh yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
I haven't
so
celebrated that.
my parents just informed me quite happily that apparently there is been called a ceasefire from the blood moon and the spring moon, calling a ceasefire for this spectacular holiday.
That sounds
Wow.
nice.
Yeah.
What exactly is this holiday?
Well, it's a history basically of all the moons, back before there was all this war, and we just celebrate when a time when we all had come from the same couple of different elves. Legend
Yeah.
says we all came from the same elf, but that's just a legend.
So
And
there's been a ceasefire, huh?
It appears for the moment.
Sounds like a
we
waste
should
of
be
time.
careful about that.
I'm in. Let's have some fun.
Well, there's lots of drinking and dancing and singing and dancing and then dancing and dancing. There's also lots of great food, but I don't know how well you would do with vegetarian food. But it would be better than whatever rationing they have on your ship. So maybe you guys could, stay a little bit and fuel up.
Yeah. And
Yes.
Jim, I wouldn't worry about the ceasefire. They won't be quiet long. They never are.
Good.
Good.
You
He
hear
likes war.
you hear the pommel of the of Jin Sword go, "Yes, ceasefires are a waste of time. Good men should be out there dying.
Whoa, your dragon talk, your sword talks?
I am not a sword, you filthy mortal.
I want to talk to it.
I am a bastion of the god Senso.
Your name's Senso?
I am the voice of Senso.
Okay.
Speak with honor when you speak to me, filthy mortal."
Okay, sir.
When is this party?
It's later tonight, and you all are, of course, invited. My parents have apparently bought everybody tickets to go.
Oh,
They just had extra tickets?
No, they were aware of our arrival and they bought extra tickets.
Oh.
I know there's a ceasefire, but should I show myself to this? I don't know if that's a good idea.
Nova looks over to her parents, and you hear her speaking in the tongue, and then she says something in your original language,
Okay.
basically saying "warrior." And the parents think for a second, and they like tap their chins, and they say, "That'd probably be fine."
Okay.
A bit awkward, but probably pretty okay.
Alright, I'm gonna keep my eye out, though. And if anything goes wrong, to be ready.
Yes, of course. Well, as you know, Kane, it is commonplace to cover the faces of all races during the celebration because, again, we all came from the same bloodline, so
Yeah.
we cover our faces to
We're going to a masquerade?
something like that. Yeah.
Oh my god, I thought those things were real.
You didn't think they were real?
Masquerade. I thought those were only in like TV.
No. Those have been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Since, Terra 1.
Oh my god.
Nova looks over at you and goes, "Terra 1? There's multiple?"
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few. How many
You
are
think-
there, actually? There's
you
like
think
4, right?
5.
You
Five.
think, since there's a Terra 5, there'd be a Terra 1,
Oh yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, Kane is decent with history, so it probably wouldn't be that crazy that other people wouldn't know.
Huh. Strange. What an odd lifestyle.
My
Yeah.
ancestors actually hail from beginning of Terra 1.
The beginning,
Yes,
before all the mumbo jumbo.
A
correct.
mambo jumbo.
Huh.
Before everyone knew about everyone else.
Wow. What a weird way of life. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know if my parents will be going, and I don't know if I'll be going. I have a couple of things I need to do.
Bruh,
What?
you gotta come.
No, I don't.
You really do.
What?
You really
Why,
do.
why do I need to?
Cause
We
it's a
want you there.
because it's a party.
I don't know. I'm not really big on.
Shut
parties.
up.
Oh.
You're going.
Roll influence.
Pretty much. Got him, dude.
She goes, don't tell me to shut up in my own house.
Hey, she didn't mean anything by it. I would like you to come. Think it
Well-
would be nice.
Roll influence.
Can I assist by winking?
7.
Can I assist by winking?
Roll again.
Him or me?
Kane.
Oh, okay. 14.
She goes, oh, yeah, I could probably stop by.
That should be nice. I'm excited to see you there.
Yeah, and by the way, all of the elves there will probably speak Terran. My parents are pretty old-fashioned. So, yeah. That's
Let's
about
go.
it. You guys could probably go to the city and do some clothes shopping if you like.
You're not gonna come
Yes,
with
but we
us?
Do you want me to?
Yeah. It'll be like a
Just for this,
girls' night.
just for the sake of Andrew over here, you should probably get some rest. We had a long time.
Yeah, I'll meet you at the party perhaps, but I don't know about
Wow.
shopping. It's not my thing.
I guess I can't. I guess I'm gonna pick a shitty outfit for my masquerade.
She sighs and just walks upstairs.
Damn it.
I got you, Andrew.
And the father stands up, coughs. Thank human for party.
Thank you.
He pauses for a sec. Obviously.
Yeah.
And he clearly meant to say you're welcome, but he smiles real big.
I smile bigger.
And
I'll shake his hand, and then we should probably head out.
Have you met her parents before?
Kane has not met her parents before.
Go. Bye.
Bye. Okay.
Yeah. So what are you guys doing until the party?
Should we play dress up, gentlemen?
We should probably get outfits.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do a whole role play for getting the outfits unless you.
Yes,
want
we are. Let's go.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so you guys get to the big city. You guys step into a advanced mall-like area filled with there's tons of decorations for this. It appears to be a very big holiday in this culture. Lots of different masquerade masks, some Terrans, some Elvens, some Snow, all of the Elven. Except oddly enough, there's nothing for I believe the 8th moon, the Ashen moon.
Yes, that would make sense.
Yeah, there's no decorations for that.
Pourquoi?
Are you gonna ask why? Yeah, you wouldn't even know there was a moon missing, so no, you
I
wouldn't.
know. I would not.
All right. So, what kind of outfits are you guys going to choose?
Ooh, I need to think about this. One of you can go first.
Jin.
Probably just some traditional Japanese robes.
Yeah, you are able to find kind of what you're looking for. It has a clear elven influence. It's very gaudy and white, and there's even like bits of blue, almost bedazzling on it. But it is as close to Japanese traditional as you're gonna get from an alien elven world.
Okay, Kane is going to get a white suit jacket and pants and a red shirt, and he's gonna like a red button-up shirt, and he's gonna get glasses like Alphonse's, but they're red.
Okay.
Oh my god, he's a baller.
And
Okay.
then
Are you
the
gonna get?
mask or
Yeah. Which mask is that?
so the mask is it's like just covers half like the upper half of the face. It's red and kind of black background to it with the silver around the eyes.
Okay. Okay. Jin, what kind of mask did you choose?
It's like a dark blue, like a Japanese. It's kind of like a demon mask, but it has horns and it's kind of smiling.
Okay. Yeah, sure. You can find one like that. In fact, the blue fits in perfectly with your outfit because of the elven influence. Ataxia.
Um, Ataxia is going to pick something. She's like seen like masquerade movies before when she was a kid, and she's gonna pick a Victorian dress.
Again, very, very white and blue bedazzling all over for the elvens, the snow elven style.
Osprey painted.
Do you do that in the store?
No.
Okay. And your mask?
Um, it's over the top. It's the top part, but it has like the stick to it too, and it's and right now it probably looks very basic with flowers and feathers and stuff spewing out of it, but
Mhm.
she's gonna color it in later with like different colors.
Okay. So on the drive back over to the small town that Nova's parents were in, I guess a taxi is just like in the back of this car, just spray painting her dress and
Can
water
you at least roll down the window, please?
wa-
I'll roll down the window.
watercoloring the feathers. Um, okay. So yeah, sure enough, you guys get to the base of a hill, and the snow has come down a little bit harder, but it's letting up now. And you guys step out of the car, and sitting there is Nova. She has a tight a tight white dress with different stripes of blue going through it, and she's wearing a very simple, almost like superhero mask that's just like white. She says, "Well, you all dressed up nicely.
You look nice.
Thank you. Don't really understand why there's spray paint on that dress."
One color is not enough color.
Sure. All right. You guys can go ahead and follow me. She begins walking you guys up the hill, and I do have a box text. So you all begin to get closer and closer to the pale blue lights that you see in the distance as you look over the hill. You do see, as it's getting darker, you see pale blue and white lights just shining towards the sky. And as you guys get slowly closer and closer, you begin to hear Nova singing the songs that you can vaguely hear over the hill. She's bobbing her head in a trance-like motion, listening very deeply to the songs. As much as she said that she didn't like going to parties, she definitely does enjoy the music. You perch a small hill and you look down at the celebration ahead. Beautifully ornate flowers made up of pearl-colored petals and blue stems line large tents and fences surrounding the area. Dozens of snow elves dot the small clearing, singing soft-spoken but robust songs of grandeur, often regarding so-called spirits of the moons. A big band made up of elves playing gaudy notes from their silver horns complement the singing and dancing almost perfectly. Your group's footfalls crunch the glistening snow underneath as you slowly approach the celebration of the lunar alignment. So you guys crest the hill, and you look down at all of the celebrating people. You guys walk up to this pretty large elven man. Again, very beautiful. And he smiles and takes your tickets and says, in Terran, "Enjoy the party."
You too.
So you guys step into the party, and yeah. So not only are there the traditional snow elves, there's a bunch of different kind of elves. Kane, do you want to go ahead and describe the different appearances of the different kind of elves?
Oh, please let me look into my notes. Give me a second. So I don't forget any of the 8 types.
I'll say that there's definitely not any blood elves there.
Okay. So please let me go through 6 of them, since there wouldn't be 2 of them there. The sprouting grass. They look like wood elves. They're like of Skyrim. If you play Skyrim, they have elven features, but they're more accentuated. So the ears are longer, their faces are a little bit longer. They have a yellow skin and black eyes. They're tall and kind of skinny. Um, so the ebony moons, they have standard elf features, and they have pitch black skin, but kind of white splotches all over their body. They have white eyes and black hair. The ivory moons have standard elf features, white skin with black splotches, black eyes, and white hair. The snow moons have been described. Do you want me to do it again anyways? Okay. The lavender moons, they have standard elf features. They are the biggest of any of the elves, and they have purple skin, and their eyes are purple and black, but it kind of goes in a swirl towards the center. And I think that's everything.
Okay. Yeah, so there are lots of different elves from each of the different cultures. Some of the lavender elves are wearing like sleeveless, just like the vests of suits almost, and then the nice dress pants. The ivory, the ebony and ivory elves. They have different corresponding whites and black dresses and suits corresponding to their different colors. And of course, you see lots of snow elves. It's mostly snow elves, but you do see these other ones depicted. And the wood elves, they incorporate a lot of like autumn colors into their dresses and suits. And a couple of them, I remember, this isn't from the same campaign, but Loch Twain, how he had those wooden rings on his fingers. Lots of these people have wooden rings on their fingers as well.
And just to correct you, like Loch Twain would, they're sprouting grass, not wood elves. Because you said they're wood elves, which is not the same thing. But all right, let's
Mama.
proceed.
Okay, so the sprouting grass moon elves. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
they look like wood elves from like Skyrim. I was just giving a comparison.
Okay, for sure. All right. Yeah. You also see, surprisingly enough, there's a fair number of Terrans here. You assume that they're IUP soldiers that are just here for the parties. Yeah. So I guess we'll transfer over to the different map.
Ooh. I bet it's gonna be intricate.
It's so intricate.
Oh,
It's just a square.
Do you guys not see the?
I see it.
I have to reload it, so give me a second.
Okay, yeah.
It's very intricate.
Yeah, super duper intricate.
My favorite part is the line next to
Same.
where the square where the circle is.
I did this very haphazardly right before we started, but it
All right, it hasn't loaded for me, so give me a second.
So I'll describe it. So you guys came from over here, so
Oh.
yeah.
The other circle.
So there's the main party section that's over here, and then to the south, or so from where we're looking at it. So actually, we'll say that you guys entered over here. So to the north, so to the northwest, you see a large telescope that it has several different elves surrounding it and looking at the alignment that is soon to happen. You see plenty of food stands to the northeast. To your neutral east, you see a large... When I say large, I mean like Endor-sized, a large white wooden tree with blue leaves all around it. And then directly to your south east is a large cliff that overlooks the rest of the town, and you can even see the large city to that direction. And then to your south, southwest, you do see there's like a stairway leading down this cliff-like area, and there's a sign posted that says the Delicate Moon Cave. So yeah, we have all of the different places labeled. If you guys would like, you can go ahead and we'll move your characters onto the screen real quick. Just give me a second. And then Kane. So,
I'm really glad I created 8 species of elf to deal with now, and now I'm the one who has to describe all that stuff.
You are welcome, because one of the core
Where's
features
Nova?
oh yeah, oh god, where is she? Nova, there she is.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, so, she goes, well, this is the party. I'm not really great at these. You hear her voice is a little shaky. She doesn't appear to be very good with large groups of people.
I'm gonna go to the life tree if you want to follow me.
Yeah, sure. Yes, so, where is everybody going? Obviously Kane and Nova are going to the life tree.
I'm gonna go to the telescope.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the moon cave.
Okay, so, so Kane and Nova, when you guys get to when both of you get to the life tree, you see there's lots of different decorations. There's origami appears to be a big thing here, folded into large flowers and set at the base of this tree. And everybody here, while the main party section was full of lots of people dancing and singing, this place is much quieter and secluded. As you can see, people doing silent prayers to the spirits of the moons. There's also tiny trinkets that have been left there for the spirits to play with as well. So just for a frame of reference, I will give a little history lesson to Kane here. I gotta go up and get a list of all the names. You would know that for the blood moon, the spirit would be a large blood elven man wielding a large blood axe. That would be
Can you when you after you describe this, send all of this to me so I can try and memorize it?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I haven't written it down.
Oh, well, alright. I thought that's what you said you had done. But it's fine.
No. Blood Moon Spirit is a large man with a blood axe. So there's that first one. Oh god. Now I have to scroll all the way back up. And then the Snow Moon, is represented by a small boy. A small boy snow elf, who is the very playful spirit. The Ebony and Ivory spirits are obviously they're separate elves, and they are twin sisters. The Sprouting Grass Moon, their spirit is actually a deer that is said to wander the land in search of peace and mostly water. We don't have to go over the Quartzine spirit. We will go over the Quartzine spirit. The Quartzine
Yeah,
spirit...
I completely forgot to describe the Quartzine people because
They're not there.
I already knew it.
Yeah. The Quartzine spirit is a spirit of a praying mantis, but it's actually an orchid mantis. The Ashen Elf spirit is largely forgotten. They just refer to it as the Ashen Spirit.
That's
Yeah, go ahead. Hello.
Speak,
Oh,
child.
I was just saying it was unfortunate that it's forgotten. That's all I was
Yeah.
saying.
She goes, well, you know, when your whole race is wiped out, you tend not to be able to keep the history alive.
I haven't been here. I remember learning about them.
Yeah. Same thing's gonna happen to the Quartzy elves, you know?
I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, there's none of them alive anymore.
Forgot about that.
It's a shame, really. You know, some say it was the IUP that killed them all, but others say it was an insurgent group.
Yeah,
So,
it's hard to tell, really.
and she walks over and she places a small origami deer that represents the sprouting grass moon spirit.
Did you say the Lavender Moon one yet?
No, I didn't. So the lavender moon one. Well, actually, how about you decide what that one is?
Oh, so they're all like, since you made this part of the history, I did not. They're all like representations of what they believe in, right?
Right.
Yeah. So the Lavender Moon spirit is probably an older Lavender Moon. They long like gray beard and lots of books with him and knowledge.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Do you have any offerings you'd like to give to the life tree?
It's been a long time. I forgot to have that. What would I be able to do real quick?
Blood.
You do see that there are chalices that have small amounts of blood in them.
Kane will do that.
Okay. Everybody sort of gives you like a look, like, oh, hey, you're giving that to the blood moon spirit, huh? Epic. But yeah, it's still accepted as you see a couple of spirit priests, which are elves that are dressed in garb that represents their specific spirit, and they nod at you and say, "Thank you for your sacrifice."
Anytime. Is there any chance, just throwing that out there, that by the time we went from the ship to this party, I got any more blood?
Yeah, we'll say that your blood was filled up.
Okay, that's
He
good.
he
because
took
I
some of the
realized
blood.
I just real yeah, I'll remove some since I just donated some. I'll say I'm at 8 then.
Okay.
But I was real low.
Ataxia, you step down the large staircase that leads pretty much down the base of the hill again, so you're getting a bit of a workout in. And you enter the maw of a cave, and inside you see very beautiful, a very beautiful circular carved out inside. And you do see that there are various bits of plant life growing around. But what's a bit more strange is you see a pedestal that is brandishing a large pink, almost quartz-like crystal.
Oh. What color? What kind of pink?
Pastel pink.
Mm.
Oh god, I forgot to do the... Oh, man. Hold on. Just give me a second, you guys. Because I forgot to add in some ambiance.
Oh, wait, I can unmute it this time. Nice.
What was it playing before?
No,
Oh,
I just
nice.
Okay, I really like that actually.
This is nice. I could fall asleep to this. Is
Dang,
reminding
dude.
me of Christmas.
I really wish I had the music for the battle or the other day.
Yeah, it wasn't music. It
That's
was
a
just...
shame.
It was like a droning noise that's supposed to like mimic what the inside of a ship would sound like.
Dude, that shit matched perfectly.
That would have
though.
been great. I'm going to listen to it.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't edited any of these episodes fully, so...
I know, but when you do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so there's a couple of people that are sparsely looking around at all the different plant life, and there's an older snow elf who appears to have like a little booklet, and he's standing right beside the pedestal.
I'm gonna go up to the pedestal.
Hello, dear Terran friend.
Hello.
would you like to hear the history of the Quartzine Moon?
Yes, sir.
Yes, the Quartzine Moon. Once a large and spacious moon, was eventually blotted out by the dark shadow of a mysterious organization. In times of war, the Quartzine elves, they would forge armor and weaponry for the varying colonies dotting the moon, as well as making beautiful rose quartz jewelry for engagements and for mystical purposes. Before the Quartzine Moon was attacked and the inhabitants tragically wiped out, one brave snow elf was able to recover this. And he gestures to the large, almost gallon milk jug size chunk of rose quartz.
Can I touch it?
No! Do not.
Why not?
Do not touch it.
Why not?
It is said that its magical powers bestow a curse upon anybody who touches it.
What's the curse?
It is unknown, but dangerous.
Is there any other courses around here?
What?
Is it just this thing?
Yes.
And I can't touch it?
No. You may bask in its glory, as it once stood for the not the blood moon, the Quartzine Moon. It is the last remaining remnants of said moon that has not been untouched by war.
But I want to touch it.
No.
Why not?
It's against the rules.
Why?
Because it's an artifact. Do you go to a museum and touch the different things at the museum?
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's art?
No, it's an artifact, a relic of a past world that has been wiped out by tragic. You don't know your history, do you?
Shut. Sorry, I saw that. I had Discord open. So no touching.
No, I've said that like 3 times.
Sorry, clearly I don't have an education. Okay. What about the flowers?
Well, the flowers are local and special. They are said to provide visions into the past and the future.
Can I touch them?
Yeah.
Can I pick them?
No.
Don't pick them?
No.
What happens if I pick them?
It's against the rules. You'll be thrown out.
So it's also an artifact?
Well, no, it's just...
This is so hard to listen to.
You know what? I'll just look at them.
You may touch them, but please do not destroy the life of a plant.
Okay, I'll touch them.
It's a very smooth petal. It's the pearl-like color is much shinier than you saw on the petals outside, and the blue stem has been replaced by a white stem.
I don't see my past or my future in this.
Well, it's said to have those properties, but you know, could.
Yeah.
You know, it's said to have that property, but it doesn't specifically have it. You know, like literally, it's a legend.
So is mine a dysfunctional one, or?
No, it's like a legend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of disappointing.
That's very rude.
Oh, I mean, like, they look really pretty, and they smell like... What do they smell like?
Whatever you want. Whatever smells really good. They smell like fresh-baked cookies.
Ew.
What?
Flour?
It's like it's not that powerful.
Oh. I mean, they smell nice too, but like, they're really pretty.
Who are you again?
I don't know anymore. She's
Oh.
transfixed in this flower now.
Well, if you would like a more direct line to the past and future, you could always go get a tarot reading.
Oh my god, there's tarot readings?
Tarot, yes.
Where?
I've heard rumors that there's a man from Terra 1 who is said to be reading people's past, present, and future within the cards.
Yeah, but where is that?
Oh, well, he's somewhere around here. He's not exactly hiding himself. I'm sure you could find him. He's not
Okay.
he's not in here though, so definitely go look somewhere else.
Okay, bye. I like your hair.
Thank you.
I'm gone.
Okay. So Jin, you are at the telescope, and there are plenty of different kinds of the elves here, and they are all looking individually through the telescope. And when you get to your turn, you see, like, this has been perfectly lined up to completely get all of them in the correct line, but currently none of them have exactly lined up. Kane, you want to go ahead and describe some of the moons for us?
Oh my God.
Absolutely not, because I didn't plan this, but guess what? I'll go for it. Do you want me to describe what they look like up close, or just from what they would look like from a distance?
This is from what they would look like from a telescope.
Okay, so the blood moon, the one I actually do have planned, is, if you can guess it, red.
Oh my
but
God.
it looks like there's kind of a sandstorm constantly going through it. Doesn't look like someone should be living there. That's kind of what it looks like. It's very barren, rocky. There's dust storms, and it's very red.
No way.
So, I gotta make sure I got all of these. The ebony moon, in a similar kind of way, it doesn't look super inhabitable. Very, like there's lots of mountains and stuff, but it's, kind of looks like coal. It is, you would think it would look like ebony, but no, it looks like coal. It is a mining planet. So there's that. The ivory moon it looks like one big, like, spherical forest, because that's really what it is. You can see some kind of maybe bald spots here and there where people would live, but that's about it.
You do see that these two planets, while they aren't spinning incredibly fast, they are definitely within orbit of each other and constantly in this almost dance as they slowly orbit around each other.
Yes. And the trees are kind of, it's like an ivory color, so it's like a whitish, yellowish color. The sprouting grass, it's probably the most livable looking one. There is lots of plant life, water. You can see bodies of water, unlike many of the other ones. There's fields of crops. You can't really tell what they are, but you can see kind of like crop pattern from here. And kind of some like shack-like buildings, large ones, where it kind of looks like farmhouses spread across. What other ones am I missing? The Ashen Moon, which is still there, there is almost nothing. It is gray. It looks like the moon, but there's like lava running across it. I forget how Quartzine is described. It is also foresty, right?
So the Quartzine moon, it's covered in like, instead of grass, it's just pink orchids all along, and you can see like the vague outlines of some sakura cherry blossom-esque looking leaf-in trees. Did I say leave-in? That's not a word, is it?
Leaving?
Do he be going, or do
We'll
he
act
be
like it
going?
is. We'll act like it is.
Damn it, I hate you. I was gonna say that.
And then I think Lavender Moon is the only one left. Maybe.
Yeah, I think
Um,
lavender.
the lavender moon is it looks very like what word should I use for this? There's a specific word I'm thinking of, I just can't remember what it is. Very like native tribe. It's not a lot of construction. It looks very pretty. Again, the name is very specific towards its color. It is a purple moon, but it's and there is lots of lavender around it. Somehow lavender made it onto this planet. We're not going to question that. But there's like
Lavender-esque plant life.
lavender-esque, yeah, and it's not super huge constructions. It seems like these people live probably a very modest life.
Yeah. So
Did I miss any of them?
I don't think so. I mean, they're your moons, so we'll find
Well,
out.
there's a lot of them.
So yeah, you see all of these moons getting very close to being lined up. The only one that seems a bit more far away is the Ashen moon. But yeah, and basically the description he just gave you, while you can only see like what they look like from the tops, you do see that there are like plaques of each of the moons and descriptions and pictures. Very tourist trapped-y kind of area. So yeah. Okay. So what are you guys doing?
I really want to see this tarot card reading.
Okay.
Mine?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go find this tarot card, man.
I'm gonna go towards the life tree.
Okay. So I'll say that you can definitely meet up with Ataxia if you'd like. And are Kane and Nova heading back to the main party area before they go to the
Nah,
next...
Kane is kind of keeping Nova here because he knows that she is not a fan of the large groups.
Okay.
Oh my god, he didn't even want to dance with me. It's okay. Ataxia wouldn't want to dance with her either. Where's the tarot card? Oh my god, he's here.
You don't know, you're gonna have to... Oh.
Hello? He's gone. Hello?
He's teleporting. I didn't know he had that ability.
Have you seen the Tarot Man?
No.
Would you like to dance?
Sure.
Oh my god, really?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess you two join hands, and go ahead and both of you roll physique to see how well you dance.
Oh god.
9.
Come on. Come on. Yes!
6!
Yeah, while Jin is trying to keep the best of this slow waltz amongst the rest of the people, Ataxia keeps stepping on your toes, like
Sorry.
literally stepping on your toes as you're trying to like have this nice little moment as friends. But yeah, it's very hard to like keep your balance because of her.
Thank you for destroying my toes.
I had fun.
Me too.
Thank you for being my first dance.
No problem.
Bye.
No problem.
Where's the Tarot Man?
Roll expertise to see if you can find him, or you can roll influence to talk to people and see if you can find him.
Expertise 10.
Yeah, so it's not very hard to find him, as you see a man. He's cloaked in this large, mostly black prismatic coat with different lines of shimmering rainbow colors, and he has a full, almost you would describe it as like a shorter plague doctor mask. And you do see him. He's dancing along with. He's doing a very nice dance with this spring. Oh god, spring grass, sprouting grass. Sprouting grass moon elf, and she appears to be very delighted by this nice little dance. And he steps away, and as he steps away, he holds his hands out, and he has this deck of cards as he flings them into the air, he flicks them into the air, and he catches them on the other hand, and does like 3 of them right in front of her, and blows her a kiss.
Can I go up to him?
Yes.
Are you the Tarot Man?
I've been known to speak of tarot.
Do I gotta pay you for a tarot reading? I'm very interested.
No, all of my tellings are free if you care to listen to your future.
I'm interested.
Would you have any friends that would care to join in the reading?
Maybe I'll ask.
I tend to do my readings in threes.
Okay.
Or, well,
How many?
I normally do one-on-ones, but I feel there's something in the spirits that's telling me you may or may not have two others that may want to look into their future.
But I got 3 friends.
I doubt the one you're thinking of would care to join.
Not if I roll good enough. Alright, I'm going to the left tree.
Roll the
He
dice
goes,
well.
"What?"
Hi!
Hello.
There's a guy doing tarot readings.
Yeah.
Do you want to join me?
I already know my future.
Nobody want to join me? What?
She literally, that's her exact reaction, is she pauses for a second and just starts laughing. No, I don't.
Jin, would you like to join me in a tarot reading?
No.
Okay. I'm going back to the guy.
Uh,
They didn't want to join.
no, so you turn around and he's standing right there and he walks up behind Kane and Nova and he goes, yes, the lovely Nova, I believe. You know, there is a lovely cup of blue ale with your name on it at the food stands. And she goes, what kind? And he bends over. He doesn't. He's very gaunt and tall, and he bends over and he whispers something into her ear. And she goes, How could they have? This place is poor as hell. All right. Well, looks like I've got some drinking to do. And she just like, without saying a word to anybody, she just jumps to her feet and basically like power walks over to the food stands.
It seems to me like the GM didn't want a character in the room.
What is this GM you speak of?
I didn't say that in an
You
Australian
didn't
accent.
say that
You
in an
can't hear
Australian
me.
accent.
I could hear it in your mind.
Bruh.
Bruh.
His mind speaks in
My
English.
mind is a Midwestern accent.
Oh, I know well of you. I hear that there were 7 enemies that you dispatched of in the name of the spirits.
There were 7 enemies. There was no in the name of anything.
You're not really good at tarot reading, are you? You said that they would like to join, and they all said no.
He pauses and looks at you. Kane, roll influence.
10.
Nice.
You don't really want to get your tarot read if you don't want to. Jin, go ahead and roll influence.
Why?
Just do it. Yeah, you don't really want to get your tarot read either unless the player wants to.
You know what? You were very nice. I'll go for it.
What?
The man walks over to you, Jin, and goes,
Oh, I was gonna stay in the life tree.
he says, maybe the Lord Senso would love for you to see what I see.
No.
No.
Well, I guess if you really don't want to.
Is there a discount for groups of 3?
I said it was free.
I know, but is there a discount?
How about this? I will pay you an enlightenment. Huh?
What's the hat?
Jin? Oh, by the way, you guys did not tell this guy your name.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
oh yeah. I mean, he already said something that there's no way he really knows. So
What did they ask?
Jin, it might be in your best interest to hear about the journey ahead. I've heard it lies in war.
See, how do you know my name?
The spirits have spoken to me in a number of ways.
False gods and false prophets.
There are no false gods for those who believe,
I do not.
but I do. Would you care to have your tarot read?
No.
No.
Roll influence.
2.
Man, you really kind of want to hear what this guy has to say.
Yeah, geez, 7, 12.
Come on, guys. Humor me.
Okay, let's all get our tarot read because
I will get my tarot read if Ataxia pronounces it right once.
Got him.
we will get our tarot read.
All right.
Trust me,
All right.
friends, it will only take a small bit of your time here.
Let's just do it.
Follow me.
I'll grab everyone's hand. And now
Okay.
they can't leave.
I am omnipotently inclined to do so.
Come on,
Oh,
man.
shit.
Don't be like that. And you guys are gestured over to the outlook where you see a large black tent, and the man gestures for you all to join him in the tent.
I'm in
All
the
right.
tent.
Okay. So,
Are we doing this one at a time or as a group?
you will all come in together. So, the large man, cloaked in a prismatic robe, leads you guys to a tent lit by multicolored candles. He sits you down at 3 parallel wooden chairs, and sits across from you. He pulls his hood down and takes off the mask, and you see a very good-looking Terran man, and he sets the mask on the table. And you can see there's this small glint from his ear as a small mechanical owl that once was hidden as an earpiece unfolds its wings and flitters them. The man says, "My name is Tendrin, and this small, beautiful bird is my friend Erot, and I can tell the future."
Give me just a second, real quick.
So he takes off his robe as well, and he places it on the chair, and you can see sitting on a pendant on his chest. You see an hourglass that appears to have a crack on it, and the sand that was once moving appears to be stopped.
Kane squints his eyes.
And he goes,
He-
"Welcome. Now, I know I may be invading your time a little bit, but I got a feeling from the spirits that maybe you three might be in desperate need for a little bit of fortune telling. Now, I know that this may go against some of your principles. Some of you may believe these to be falsehoods, but I can personally guarantee you my source is completely accurate. So, if you'll allow me," and he puts his hands on the table, and he goes, "You may leave at any time if you please. Some of these fortune tellings may be a little bit, I don't know the word. It seems that the GM has forgotten the word.
Do you need
What's
a
a
synonym?
GM?
It seems that maybe they could be disheartening to hear.
Disturbing?
Disheartening.
Well, they're all fairy tales, so
That's true. In some ways. But I'm sure you've heard tale of great spirits of your own. Yamamoto Jin.
The only god.
Some could believe that your god was simply a fairy tale.
Yes. But I'm one of the rare ones who can speak directly to my god.
Would you believe me if I said I could do the same?
No.
That is fair. So, I will let you know that the first 2 cards will be your past and your present. I will simply be reading the forward-facing version. But for your future, because it is so unknowable to see directly into the future, I will be reading both sides. Who would like to go first?
This was your idea, Texia.
Okay. I was gonna suggest we do rock, paper, scissors, but okay.
He very, oh god, I keep blanking on the words. He very showingly shuffles the cards and he flicks a few into the air. And you can see the metal bird perched on his shoulder, like jump up and grab one, and it floats down and sets itself right in front of you, Ataxia. You see what appears to be a watchtower of sorts. Ah, it appears that Erot has heard of one specific instance. The tower card often stands for sudden upheaval and disaster. It appears that at some point in your life, something was taken from you and you were moved to a foreign place. And while you were in this place, you were able to... And he flicks another card into the air, and the bird grabs it again and places it in front of you. You were able to learn self-control and direction in your own special way. You are perfectly able to hone your craft and become a better person. The first card that stands for your past is the Tower. Please stop crunching that food.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know if you could hear me or not.
The
I'm
second...
sorry.
The second is the Hermit. And lastly, he holds out 4 cards in front of you. Take one. For your future is your own choice.
Can I take them all?
No.
She's gonna take them all.
No, you will not.
I'll take one.
And he grabs the other 3 and places them back into the deck. And standing before you appears to be a sort of court jester, holding a horn. This card is the Fool.
I'm offended.
I know nothing about you, Ataxia. How could I know anything about how foolish you are? The Fool stands for often innocence and the freedom of spirits. While you may be able to find your own personal comfort and freedom, there is also the fear, and he reverses the card on the table. And you see the gesture is being apparently boiled in a pot. If you are
You're
not...
gonna kill me?
If you are not careful, your recklessness will allow you to be taken advantage of by those who see you as inferior. And he takes the 3 cards and he puts them back into the deck and shuffles them again. Who next?
Kane will sit down.
Arcane of the Blood Moon.
And before we get started, yeah. And Kane's eyes squint. Do you really need any of these cards to do what you're doing?
Yes, I do.
Well, then let's play.
He does it again, but this time he gestures over to you, and you see, already holding it in your hand, you see a card and you place it on the table. It appears to be a skeletal figure in a black robe holding a scythe. Ah, the card of death. Often associated with death. Death also means many things. It means new beginnings. While there may have been some passing on to a different universe, you still were able to begin life anew. And again, you look down and you see in the other hand another card, and you place it down, and you see a man in a golden chariot on the card. Ah, the chariot card. You are a person of great self-control, and you know what direction you want to lead your life. But you often are able to be, some would say, morally gray. And you look back down to the table and you see a third card. The Temperance card. It stands for balance. You, in the future, will be able to balance all things if you play your cards right. But, and he reaches over and flips it to the other side. And what you see is something hard to describe. But you see yourself cut in half. Not gruesomely, but down the middle. If you are not careful, not choosing the right side, or not choosing any side, will lead to ruin. And he grabs the 3 cards, and he places them back into the deck and shuffles them again. Yamamoto Jin. Would you be interested in having your tarot read?
Sure.
He looks at you, and he looks deep into your eyes, and you can feel a warm sensation on your hand, and you look down, and you see a pile of ash in your hand that slowly reforms into cards. Jin, place the first card. And as you do, you see a spinning wheel in motion on the table. Ah, I don't need to explain the wheel to you. There are greater forces than that of the living at work here, and they have always been watching over you. From your birth, you were marked. The next card. And you place it on the table, and you see a horned demon. Ah, the Devil card. Some would say this is a bad one, but I see it a different way. 2 souls are locked together, one mortal, and the other unknowably grand. And these 2 are locked together on a path destined for greatness. Place the final card, Jin. And you place the final card on the table. The world. Perfection and harmony are in your future. And though it may go against what you may think, war is the fastest way to harmony. But if you're not careful on your journey, the other soul may see your work unfinished. And the cards sizzle away into a pile of ash that's blown away by a gust of wind. And he places his chin on his hands interlocked. Looks at you all.
Yay!
Kane walks out.
What?
You can spew your deceit and lies anytime. I will have none of it. And I'm going to walk out, like storm out. But there's like a look of introspectiveness on my face.
For sure.
Bye.
Goodbye, Ataxia.
Ugh.
Or should I say,
Don't.
why not?
What are you gonna say?
What do you think I'm going to say?
I don't know.
Goodbye, Miss Juniper Way.
Now I don't like you and your bird. I'm gone. Well. Now what? Oh yeah. Oh, the
Alright.
jazz. Oh, it's back.
So, what are you guys doing?
Jen, you've been waiting for a while.
I'm going to go to the light tree.
Okay. Standing before you, you see the many different priests and a couple of people laying their offerings on underneath the tree.
Lord Senso, do these people really worship a false god?
Ah, Yamamoto Jin. That is not a question for me.
Something in me really to destroy this relic of falseness.
Oh, Jin. Look deep into yourself. You know the right answer.
Lord Senso, I only do your bidding. And what you say.
Yamamoto Jin. If you were a true warrior of my name, you would already know what the answer is.
If I were to do it now, I would ruin the mission ahead.
Then you must already have your answer.
I do.
By the way, you keep cutting in and out, but I was able to get what you were saying.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Kane, Ataxia, what are you guys doing?
Kane,
Kane is
I
going-
interest you in a dance.
I'm gonna go get another girl.
A what?
Another girl?
Girl.
Yeah,
Oh.
you are a female.
Oh, you don't want to dance with me?
Not
Okay, so
particularly.
Oh.
in frustration, Jin walks out of the life tree and comes up to Ataxia. Would you like to dance?
Oh my god, really?
Yes.
Oh my god, hell yeah.
Both of you roll physique again. You walk up to Nova, and she appears to be drinking this blue juice-like liquor, and she doesn't appear to be super duper drunk, but she definitely is beginning to feel a bit more like herself.
Would you like to dance?
Oh, Kane! Of course.
How drunk are you?
She walks over to you and, like, puts her finger on your chest. You tell me.
I'm gonna lead her to the dance floor area.
Okay. Alright, so you guys are now at the dance floor, and you see Jen and Ataxia. They appear to be more in step with each other, but they don't really know how to dance. But they're getting by. Kane, roll physique.
Haha.
Nice.
On account of the fact that your dance is a bit wobbly on her legs, she goes, woo, 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 all right, woo, yeah. So, why didn't you dance with Ataxia?
Because I like you and not her.
Well, I wasn't too sure on the ride. You avoided me.
I wanted to use actions, not words.
Roll influence.
10.
She leans over and gives you a kiss and goes, I think your actions were right.
Then they'll continue dancing as wobbly as it is.
After that, she appears to be a little bit more in step as you guys genuinely have a nice dance. Alright. So, the music begins dying down. Hold on. And you can see everybody gathering at this large podium in the middle of the dance, the main party place. And you can see that same man from the Moon Cave. Hello, everybody! I'm sure you've been waiting anxiously, enjoying your drinks, your food, and your dance, and giving plenty of sacrifices to the life tree. But I'm afraid it's that time. And you see a large screen coming up from the ground. And it flashes up, and you see a look into the telescope. And you can see the planets are getting closer and closer aligned. All right. I was hoping that we could all do a little countdown. So,
From what?
From 10,
9,
8,
8,
7,
7,
6,
6,
5,
5,
4, 3, 2,
2,
1. And as you guys are watching the screen, you see the final two moons, which are the Ebony and Ivory moon. They begin to slow in their course, and they lock in, and you can see a straight line of all the beautiful multicolored planets, and everybody begins clapping greatly. But for a moment, the planets are still. And in a flash, you see the quartzine moon. A small speck of black is on the northern hemisphere. And it begins spreading slower and slower. And you see it just begins being overtaken by these large tentacles of black gemstone. And everybody around is confused for a second. Elder, what is the meaning of this? And he goes, what are you talking about? And he turns around and he goes, what in the name of the spirits? And you see the moon begin being covered in this black gemstone fully. What is happening? And you see the ashen moon. At first, it just looks like the lava is hardening into obsidian. But that's not true, as you can see the blackness overtake this planet as well. And you hear the townspeople getting angry and angry. What sort of joke is this, Elder? I swear, I'm not doing anything. It must be real.
Kane is gonna start heading towards where the tarot card reader was.
And you see Tendrin walk out of the tent. And he crosses,
Tindrim? What is this?
Cane of the Blood Moon. What is it?
What is happening with the planets right now?
What is happening with the planets right now?
I don't know, that's why I'm asking you.
Well, explain to me, what do you see?
There is something growing on two of the moons.
What does it look like?
It looks like an obsidian type material.
Tender in size. I was just here for the fun of it. But it seems that something else entirely has caught up with us. Kane, have you heard the story of the champions of the Alket?
Yeah, a little bit. Some mysterious man with an hourglass told us about them.
And you see for a moment his eyes flicker. And you see this black sand that you originally thought was the dirt of the moon just begin slowly creeping up, and you can see his face entirely enveloped by the sand again, and it drops to the ground, and standing in front of you, you see the Sandman.
Mr. Sandman!
I didn't know you'd come back so soon.
Like I said, Kane of the Blood Moon, I was originally just here for the fun of it.
So, what's the plan?
I can get you out of here.
Not if it's spreading to the other planet.
Then there's
We
nothing I can do for you.
Can you get everyone on all of these planets out of here?
It appears that it might just be those two moons for the moment, for they have no life anymore to be sacrificed. So these planets will hold on a little bit longer. But I'm afraid I can only alter and see into the future. In order to bend reality, you'll need something else. Something that I cannot provide.
And who can provide that?
Have you heard of Terra 4?
Yeah.
If you go there and seek answers, there is a woman who may be able to help you.
Alright.
I will do what I can, and I will put my temporal protection charms upon these planets. But even I cannot slow the passage of time that much.
Better move quick then.
Moving quick is what I'm best at. And Kane?
Yeah.
My readings were true. Vague,
Pick a side.
but true. Goes for the other two as well. So you may
I mean,
want
the first two were correct, so I assume the third one was.
you may want to speak with them regarding this.
Will do.
Thank you. And the sand crawls up onto him and dissipates once more. And as you get back to the main crowd, you see all of them freaking out, screaming at each other, and almost like there was only a couple of Blood Moon elves, but now that there's arguing going on, they have booked it. What do you guys do?
We should probably get to the ship. We got a place to go to now.
What?
We need to go to Terra 4. We have someone who could help us stop this.
What's
Okay.
going on?
Not really sure. Something bad, clearly.
I see.
Okay. Before you guys are able to leave, Nova grabs your arm, Kane. Where are you going?
We gotta stop all that from spreading.
Roll influence.
12.
Normally I'd be upset that you're leaving me again, but if it's for the greater good, go.
I'll be back, I promise.
What? She's not coming?
I have to stay here and I have to take care of my family and make sure that they're safe. And those children and Grandma Orlin as well, I gotta make sure they're safe.
There is nothing more important than family.
Thank you for understanding, Mr. Yamamoto. Good luck, all of you. Sincerely.
Stay safe and keep in contact.
I will try my best.
Till we see you again. And then I'm gonna bow.
She nods.
As we're running out, Kane kisses her and then keeps going.
Yeah, and you guys, your hands let go, and you guys run to the ship. Get into a cavern, get there as fast as you can. So the captain is confused for a second. Goes, what's going on? There's a bunch of hubbub.
There's 2 planets getting covered in an obsidian type material. We think we have a little bit of time because these ones are still living, but we need to get to Terrafor because apparently there's someone there who can help us stop all that. So we need to go there.
Alphonse says, Terra 4?
Terrafor.
Are you sure?
What's wrong? Terrafor.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
That
Captain.
is the one he said, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
No, he was just clarifying.
Alright.
Captain.
Yeah, Terrafor.
Put us into warp. Let's go. And you guys jettison off into space. And you enter back out of a warp drive. And you land in front of this decrepit building. It appears to be very, very large. Almost looks like a small town size worth. A large marble building that appears to have been bombed.
Oh.
And you guys step out onto the snow in a blizzard. And you see Alphonse take his glasses off. And you can see a deep purple lens for eyes. And he puts the glasses onto his shirt. Let's go.
Let's go.